taking place in Canada, America, and Mexico, but the bulk of the games are being done in America, where we currently have ICE and police attacking American citizens.
Get in! This is ridiculous! This is insane!
This is how the Senegal team was welcomed upon their arrival to the World Cup in the United States. What's going on? What is this? Is that how you welcome a national team coming to play the World Cup in your country?
This is not looking good. International tourists are staying away from the U.S. for the World Cup. In a new survey, nearly 80% of U.S. hotel managers and World Cup host cities say that bookings are coming in below original forecast.
Just read that the Somalian referee has been denied entry.
Days later, award-winning Somali referee Omar Artan was denied entry to the US. Somalia is one of the countries on the Trump administration's travel ban list.
I've never felt more patriotic than when Americans start talking about football or soccer. They've got me in the comments defending Germans.
The US hates football. Hear me out. The World Cup, as its name suggests, is supposed to bring the world together, but instead, the latest headlines that have been coming out of the States, one of this year's hosts, have been about visa issues, travel restrictions, bans, discrimination, and shootings.
The 2026 World Cup was supposed to unite the globe, but instead, it is turning into a massive logistical disaster right here in North America. Want to know the real reason behind the chaos before the mainstream media catches on? Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to support our channel as we uncover the truth. Here is the shocking reality. Strict U.S. border controls are locking out the very people who make this tournament great. Africa's top referee, Omar Artan, was interrogated for 11 hours in Miami and deported. Add to that, nearly 150 fans from Ghana were denied entry, despite paying a heavy $185 visa fee. And Iran's team was forced into exile in Mexico. Even the hospitality sector is bleeding.
They just closed the gates. This is insane. This is insane and needs to be investigated. Insanity. Insanity. All those people are stuck without going in. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable. Yup, there's two entrances only. One.
World Cup ain't even started yet, and it's comedy all across my timeline. First off, why is Messi and Argentina stationed in Boone, Missouri? And not only that, they get terrorized by tornado warnings. Brazil, on the other hand, before they left for New Jersey, they got their plane baptized.
This is not looking good. International tourists are staying away from the U.S. for the World Cup. In a new survey, nearly 80% of U.S. hotel managers and World Cup host cities say that bookings are coming in below original forecasts. In Kansas City, which is hosting 6 games, 90% of hotel managers say that fewer people are booking rooms than in a typical summer without a major event. It's a result of absurdly high ticket prices and anti-American sentiment. About 7 in 10 hotel managers surveyed said that visa barriers and geopolitical concerns were significantly reducing demand.
What I'm looking forward to the most about the World Cup being in the US isn't the football. Okay, it's a little bit the football, but it's all the different cultures and countries are now going to experience what America is like for real. I'm talking Germans eating Waffle House, Argentinians in Alabama. We've got the Dutch in Texas. Personally, I can't wait until I see somebody from Denmark try biscuits and gravy for the first time. All I'm going to say is, I've been saying for years how great America is, and now all these countries and all these people are going to see exactly for themselves why it's so great. And to anybody that's travelling to the US this year for the World Cup, prepare to come back slightly heavier than when you went, because the food there is exceptional. And if you're from America, let me know, are you excited about the World Cup?
Over 16,800 people canceled their FIFA World Cup tickets over the last 48 hours. This surge in cancellation of tickets is fueling a call for a boycott of the World Cup in general in America, citing that America is not safe for not only the fans, but especially the athletes that are coming from nations that our current government deems shitholes. 4 years ago, the World Cup was held in Qatar. When that announcement was made, there were a bunch of human rights organizations and watch groups who had their ears turned up to say, how could you possibly do a World Cup in the Arab world that's not in line with democracy, freedom, and human rights? And now we have people from the Arab world canceling their tickets in the modern free Western world due to human rights concerns and violence that's being done against people of a specific race, religion, and phenotype. Fans are citing safety fears, political protests, and a growing human rights concern about the way that humans are being treated in America. In response to the growing backlash, FIFA has announced that they're going to set an emergency meeting this week to discuss the ongoing concerns and how to mitigate tens of thousands, if not 100,000 people canceling their tickets. The games are set to start from June 11th, and they're taking place in Canada, America, and Mexico, but the bulk of the games are being done in America, where we currently have ICE and police attacking American citizens. Like, I knew that this would be a concern, especially with when you look at the countries that are football, soccer fans. It's all the people that this current administration hates.
FIFA artificially inflated hotel demand by block booking rooms only to cancel up to 70% of reservations in cities like Boston and Dallas when international turnout plummeted. With hotel rates still averaging over $300 a night and arriving fans facing extreme interrogations, the greatest show on earth is officially pricing out its global audience.
This has become a menace in our communities, and they have no place in these games. We represent about 2,000 food service workers at SoFi Stadium, which will host the World Cup. You know, in our country, unfortunately, our president is using immigration to terrorize communities. You know, they are still kidnapping working people off the street because of the color of their skin. We saw what happened in Minneapolis, where they killed people. And so we are concerned because the government has said that ICE will be present at these games, that they will act in a violent way, threatening the safety of our members. So we have told our employer, and they have agreed to this actually, that should we believe that their safety of our members is at risk because of ICE, that we would have the ability to walk people off the job, to strike, to stop work in order to protect their safety.
Cup in the U.S. being a disaster is exactly the propaganda we need. We, Black Americans, so many people, but particularly Black Americans, have told y'all this country is just propaganda, is smoke and mirrors. Like, from y'all not allowing the Somali referee who won the 2025 referee, you won't let him in. Japan had to change where they practice. There was a shooting in Kansas City, like 3, 4, so many miles away from the England team. I'm so glad y'all are here, because I don't think the social media, the news, and obviously the propaganda has not truly shown y'all how dangerous, how dilapidated, how terrible this actual country is.
Every few hours, it's another story. Another story about fans denied, players denied, officials denied, journalists denied, now refs. You know something, I'm laughing, but it's not funny. It's actually not funny. Something has to be said. It's expensive tickets, the most expensive tickets ever. Expensive accommodation, transport through the roof. It has to be said. You know, is this how the hosts behave, really, for the greatest game, the greatest tournament in the world? Is this how the hosts behave? Are we not hearing more? Are we seeing how Qatar got dragged? Are we not hearing more? Is this the spirit of football?
Before a ball has been kicked at the 2026 World Cup, travel and visa issues in the US have made the headlines. According to media reports, Iraq striker Aymen Hussein was held and questioned for nearly 7 hours at Chicago's O'Hare Airport after arriving with the team. Hussein was finally allowed in, but the team's photographer was banned from entering the US. In the lead-up to the tournament, Iran also said that some support staff were denied visas and the team had to shift their training base from Arizona to Tijuana, Mexico. More recently, Iran's Football Federation said US revoked its allocation of tickets for the team's World Cup group games. Naturally, some online have linked this to hostilities between the White House and Iran and are suggesting that Canada and Mexico host Iran's matches instead.
It really feels like people don't care enough that the World Cup is happening in the US. Like, I don't think people are excited. Like, we are having the World Cup in the US. Like, do you guys understand what that means? Like, this is not in a once in a lifetime, but I don't know when this is going to happen again. Like, we're not excited enough. Like, there's not enough things going on. Like, I'm in one of the hosting cities. I'm in Atlanta, and I genuinely feel like there is not enough excitement. There is not enough hype around this. There is not enough. I don't even think we're even planned correctly. I don't even think we're planned properly for this. Like, I think the US is really slacking with this whole World Cup situation. Like, we are not excited. We have 30 minutes. Like, we need to get it's just not, it's not it. It's not giving the vibes it needs to give.
The biggest problem about the 2026 World Cup?
That it's being hosted in America, being in the United States.
That it's in America.
Oh, because it's in America.
So that we gave Donald Trump a peace medal, and for what exactly is my question?
I don't particularly agree with all the sort of persecution of these illegal immigrants.
Football is a global sport, so having countries that are restricting access when people just want to come and watch their countries play is disappointing.
Would you feel safe going over there?
No, I'm not interested in traveling to the States in general, being a black person. You know what I mean?
Like, even if I'm white, I still wouldn't want to go. Just with all the immigration issues, I don't think it's safe for anyone to go.
Who's trying to get deported just to go and celebrate your team? Would you feel guilty at all watching the World Cup this year?
Guilty? No. I support Saka, innit? So I have to watch him.
I think so, because I also boycotted the Qatar World Cup.
If we were to watch any of the matches, it would be the ones that are in Canada or Mexico, I feel.
I'm still going to, like, if it's on the TV, I'm going to watch it. I'm not going to protest by closing my eyes and be like, oh no, I don't want to see this. I don't think guilt is the word, even though I do not support what's happening in America. The World Cup is, I think it transcends that. Fans, supporters, coaches and sportsmen, if they stand for what's right, they can use that platform to continue to express that. We only have voices, we don't have the money or the power. Cheers.
The US hates football. Hear me out. The World Cup, as its name suggests, is supposed to bring the world together, but instead, the latest headlines that have been coming out of the States, one of this year's hosts, have been about visa issues, travel restrictions, bans, discrimination, and shootings. Banality. I won't say it, but we all know it.
There really is such a deep, pointed humiliation that comes with having a passport deemed undesirable.
It really does beg the question. If America hates the foreigners that make up this sport, why is it hosting it at all? How is a country that bid to host the World Cup, because yes, you have to win the right to host, allowed to not admit its participants? Mind you, in 2010, South Africa passed special legislation specifically to meet FIFA's hosting requirements, as did Brazil, as did Qatar. So why is the US exempt from that? Football is the most popular sport in the world, and the US is effectively depriving some of us of enjoying it to its full